Welcome back to the Home Office Organization Mini Course. During this module, I'll show you how to eliminate your email overwhelm and help you become the master of your inbox. So let's get going.
You know, I think the very first thing to realize about inboxes and emails is that when you receive an email, it's someone wanting you to do something. So if you remember that, you realize that now it's a reaction. Okay, so if you're going to get into your inbox, you're going to be asked to do something. So the number one thing is don't check your emails as soon as you sit down at your computer, or you are immediately going to be in reaction mode. So no one wants to react. We all want to be proactive. In fact, that's how we move forward with our businesses and with our life and with our day, is to be proactive and know what we're doing. So if you jump right into your inbox first thing, you're going to be immediately into reaction mode. So that's the number one rule, is don't check it first thing in the morning ever. Make sure that you have your day planned. We've never been trained on how to respond to emails. We've only thought it was a groovy little device that we could, message people with. And so now's the time to grab the bull by the horns and actually learn how to control the beast. When I wrote my book, my working title for the chapter for emails was Emails, Heaven or Hell. And obviously I changed that to Mastering Your Emails, or Mastering Your Inbox. But that's kind of how we feel. When I put together time management seminars and I'm speaking before the group, I let them know that they should absolutely schedule when they're going to be in their inbox. And if it's a corporate environment, I always recommend that they check it right before lunch and right before the end of the day. That way it is a controlled, finite amount of time. Although sadly a lot of people are skipping lunch in the corporate world, the idea is to check it 15 minutes before they walk away and hopefully have lunch and not eat at their desk. And then at the end of the day. And the reason that I like to do that is that it puts some kind of more constraint on there than just a buzzer. I love the idea of being succinct. It's just like whenever you leave a voicemail on a phone. A lot of us are more familiar with being very concise and telling people what you want exactly within the voicemail. I think you should follow that through on the email. That be very, very pointed about what you're asking. In fact, if you can get away with saying what you want from them in the subject line and then putting, end or EOC or end of comment or whatever, then they'll know they don't even have to go into the body of the email. They can see the subject line and respond like that. If you are going to have to write something within the body, keep it short, keep it to one paragraph, and let them know exactly what you need and when you would like to receive it back. Be very clear, just like when you're leaving a voicemail, and it really helps expedite the whole communication process. Don't go on and on and on with 15 paragraphs of whatever it is in the email. And I know we probably all know how to use email signatures, but something that I like to incorporate for a lot of my clients is the little tag underneath their signature that says, in order to become more efficient and to serve my clients more fully, I'm only checking my emails twice a day. If this is an urgent matter, please feel free to call my cell phone. Otherwise, I will get back with you within 24 hours. Something that's as succinct as that. Letting people know that you're not going to be living in your inbox and that you will not respond immediately. It makes you more professional. It's the professional way to say no, but also to let them know that you will respond back within 24 hours. That way, people are not immediately expecting a response from you. So I think that's a really easy way to become proactive, and it's a very passively proactive way to gain control of your email. Connectivity is really important, and but then again, the instant connectivity of the emails, the texts, the Facebook, the posts, and all that is addictive, and I think that it's something that you really need to guard. I always say guard your time with your life, because it is your life actually. So again, not being proactive. I'd like to talk just a little bit about something that my clients always seem to not grip as far as conversations. And this is basic, but it's something that a lot of people don't know. So if you have your inbox, and if you connect your inbox with your contacts, then no matter what mode you're using, whether it's Outlook or Gmail or Entourage, whatever it is, you can find past conversations by going into the contact itself. So a lot of people don't want to clean out their inbox because they're very worried that they're going to lose the conversation of what happened with that person. So they don't want to get rid of it, and they just let them sit in there. I mean, some of my clients have 3,000, 6,000 emails in their inbox because they don't want to lose that trail. So if they actually take the time to learn a little bit, to actually set up a contact, so when someone emails me, I actually put them in my contact database with more information on them. And thanks to Google, you get so much more when they're a Google Plus user. You get their face and all their social media and all that good stuff. But I can actually go in and find out who said what, when, where are we at with the conversation without having to save that email in my inbox. I can simply go back to that person, go to view recent conversations, and see exactly who said what, when, where, and all that. So you no longer have to archive or keep these, or you no longer have to save them in folders or save them in your inbox, in other words. And that's something I'm not sure if many of you know that, but that's a really great way to release the emails out of your inbox. And with Gmail, if you hit archive, they're all still there anyhow. You don't even have to worry about saving them. A pile of emails is the same thing as a pile of clutter. A bevy of emails that are sitting there you've not taken action on represent one of three things: procrastination, indecision, or avoidance. So if you're looking at an email and you're not doing anything with it, it's one of those 3 points, right? So a really succinct thing is, if it's something you can respond to as soon as you read it, if you can respond to it within less than a minute, respond to it. That's, and see, this only works if you've set aside the time to actually work in your inbox. It does not work if you are checking emails as you're going through projects and as you're doing other brain things. It doesn't work this way. So if you've set aside the time to check them, only, you know, when you're going to decide to check them, if you can respond back quickly, respond back. If it's something that's a read, you could have it as a read later. So making folders does work for some people your emails. If you subscribe to a daily word or a specialty newsletter that's in your industry, you can have it pushed immediately into that read folder. And that is great because it will pass right through your inbox. It won't be there cluttering you, but it will be there available whenever you set aside time to read. And of course, we all need that time to actually read and bring knowledge into our head, and that should be part of a time management strategy as well. But you know, make sure that you definitely respond as quickly as you can when you're in your inbox to the things that are quick. If it's a project, then again, that you'll be setting aside time for that email that turns into a project email to respond to it when you have your project time planned. I wish that we would all learn to embrace the EOM. Have you heard of that? You say EOM, end of message. So you don't have to say thank you, no, but thank you, no, but thank you. You can even put thank you in the subject line, EOM. And if we all knew what that meant and that became a more common usage, it would be phenomenal. I love the EOM idea. You know, something else that I wanted to bring up about emails, because I learned this from a lot of my clients, that a lot of my clients have emails they're checking from multiple browsers. So you really don't want to have an email here, an email there, and you have to go to all these different places to read your emails. They should all be led into one place. I always say again, choose your weapon wisely, choose one. Make sure that all of your email addresses are coming to one funnel, so that you're only looking at them in one place. And I think that that's critical, because a lot of people have, you know, they're so distracted because they have to go into Yahoo, they have to go into Gmail, they have to go into their web. I mean, whatever they're doing, it makes no sense. And so that's something that I think is really critical, to funnel them all into one place. There's nothing more confusing than having to look in multiple places for the same thing. It's an organizing 101 principle, like with like. All emails should be led into the same browser. You'll go crazy if you're trying to find information from various sources. Just like you'll go crazy if you're trying to find all your different whatever, all your pins are scattered around, or you just have to have like with like. So please put all of your email addresses into one funnel so that you can check them appropriately. Well, the rules for writing in your inbox is make sure that if you receive frequent communication from specific individuals about specific topics, you can actually write a rule that will send that email into a specific folder. So take, for instance, whenever I'm working in the corporate environment, a lot of my clients are BCC'd and CC'd on a lot of events that are going on, and I have them write a rule so that all those CCs and BCCs go immediately into a folder called upcoming events. It circumvents their inbox. It's not cluttering their inbox, but if they do need to find information about an event that's coming up, through their department, they can actually go into that folder and read it. If you receive, again, magazine subscriptions or daily words or whatever it is that you're receiving, you can also write a rule to send it directly into a file folder so that you can read it at leisure. The idea is, again, to funnel your traffic, so to speak, the information that's coming to you in a way that works for you. Everyone's going to have different rules to write with their inbox. A lot of people, a really good inbox rule is if you're doing online banking and online bill pay, to actually have a folder called bills to pay. Have all of your MasterCard, all of your credit cards, all the bills that are coming into your inbox go immediately in there. And then, of course, you're going to be checking it twice a month to pay your bills or once a month to pay your bills. But that way, you're not looking at bills, they're not staring you in your face, and they're going right there. They're there, they're contained, they're confined, and they're easy to find. So that's another really good rule to write as far as the online, because a lot of us are going more and more online with bill pay. You can go into your folder. So if you go into your inbox on most applications, there's actually just under File, it says Create New, and you say Folder. And you have to be in your inbox in order to do that. Almost every email program is very similar. If you have to be in the inbox, and then you go under File, New, Create, and then generally Folder, and then you name your folder appropriately. Then writing rules, that's a whole nother technical thing, and writing rules is different for every browser or every email platform that you're using. But it's fairly basic. And you know what? If you don't know how to do this at this point, it's time to seize the moment and learn. There's always some young techie person around in your environment that can show you how to do this. So don't feel that it's beyond your reach. It is very easy and very learnable. Get someone to actually teach you. Get a youngin', they know it all, or go on to YouTube actually, and then there'll be videos to show you how to do all that depending on what you're using, if it's Outlook, if it's Entourage, if it's Gmail, whatever it is that you're using. It's easy to find the information, but learn how to create the folders that are going to work for you. Now, I just encourage all of you to seize the day, learn the skills that you don't know, take control of your technology, take control of your time, take control of your talents, make sure that you're doing what you really want to do instead of reacting to everybody else's fire alarms.
I hope that you've enjoyed this home office organization mini course. My hope is that you have learned a few new ways to get your office organized and your busyness eliminated so that you can now make more money and get down to business. If you're excited to accelerate your productivity and ready to take your business to the next level, join me inside the Home Office Organization online course by clicking the link below. I'll see you on the inside.